everyone, and welcome to the map Ghost River. Joining me here in the upper left corner, the red Protoss warping in with these hopefully very aggressive probes. It is Astrea. And in the upper right corner, the blue Zerg, some extractor tricks, and a pool on the way. It is none other than Scarlett. Okay, apparently the probes aren't the ones that we need to be worried about here. Wall has begun, but it will not be done in time, no way. It will be up to the probes. Perhaps a zealot, perhaps an adept. We will see what the timing is going to look like. Zergling's already on the way. I don't even have to worry about an intro here. Astrea is the one who has to worry. Okay, that pool is done. 6 lings on the way. It's all been scouted though. Fabulous to see. Excellent. Even going to leave the probe here on a bit of a patrol command. See exactly when these Zerglings are on the way. Could they distract? Will the Zerglings get distracted? It doesn't seem like it. They're just running buddies now. Oh, excuse me. Pardon me. Probe's gonna turn around. We'll follow the lings. We won't let ourselves get distracted. The core's about to finish, but it's gonna have to be some probes pulled to the front here. They just go around. Zealot here to help out too. First of the lings going to fall. Injuries abound. Hatchery coming up behind this, of course. Scarlett not looking to end the match in just one fell swoop with, 6 lings. 6 lings aren't going to get this done, but let's see if they can get at least one of the probes. They get one. Almost trying to get a second one. With an adept out, this is pretty much shut down. The goal is protecting the red health. I think only one. Wow. Only one probe lost in all of that with no wall set up. Just a little bit of worker micro. See, guys, it's easy. Okay. You don't have to lose your entire mineral line to 6 Zerglings. Well, now that that's settled and done with, what's the plan now, Scarlett? Come on. No more Zerglings just yet, having to make a few replacements. Adept will sit outside the front. Luckily, there's Queens, though. This Adept's not going to get anything done. I'm calling it. Absolutely. Let's see, Warp Gate coming up behind this. Do we have the tech choice from the Protoss? Not yet. Not yet. We're waiting to see really what both of them are up to, what they both feel like doing. I like that Astrea just kind of sent the Zealot across here. Also trying to position it out of the vision of the Overlord there. Excellent. Okay. The Queens. No, Astrea, that was too soon. You had done it too soon. The Queens were on their way. You had an opportunity, though. Looks like they will be shooing away that Zealot. The third hatch will get placed. The tech choice has revealed itself. Astrea going for a Twilight. Extra gate on the low ground here. Sentry will man the wall. The Adept came over to the third base. Huh. Okay. Any lair yet? Shouldn't be. No lair yet. Not quite yet. Blink the choice, of course, from that Twilight to the surprise of no one, it seems. Hallucinated Phoenix from that sentry, keeping an eye on everything. Okay. Tech choice, we have a Roach Warren on the way for Scarlett, I see. Shouldn't come as too much of a surprise. It is ZvP, of course, PvZ. Let's see. Stalker count abysmally low for one who is almost done researching Blink here. I say almost, it's like halfway. The Zealot is going to reveal itself, start to scratch the pigmentation, make a few dents in that hatchery, retreat back to the mineral wall there. Try to keep itself safe and contained. Outrun the Queen, perhaps. The Adept's going to get in here, scout everything they need to see. Sees that Evo chamber. Where's the lair? The lair's going to be in the main base. Okay, so not quite everything, but should easily suspect that a lair is on the way. Double Forge, Robo, follow-up. Will it be just for a Prism? Will it be for something more sinister, perhaps? Lings? Blink almost done. So they're definitely not going to get a whole lot done for their scouting potential there. Gateway Explosion right as we hit that 60 probe mark. Excellent timing. Okay. Eager to see the compositions unfold. The Zealot actually goes back in, gets, I think, just one drone, but still. Evening up the workers killed count at this point in the game. Always respectable. Adept actually warps in, or shades in, I should say. Gets an extra one for their trouble. 4 kills on the Adept. Very nice. Stalker count growing, 1-1 on the way. Zerg, how we looking? Glial, reconstitution done. I saw some Ravagers, yeah. Taking down the rocks. Gently taking down the rocks. The Adept gonna shade in once again. There's a couple Lings already here and ready. Oh, saving one. Gonna lose one. And then we'll be fine. Adept will be dealt with. Okay. Choice from the Robo is a Prism. Indeed. Prism on the way as the Stalkers begin to move out. So the Prism's gonna be a little bit behind for the warp and reinforcements here, but that's okay. Astrea might just be looking to secure a little bit of ground, maybe take out the creep. Going to get actually quite surrounded here. Guardian Shield goes out, and a recall immediately onto the Stalkers. There's far too many Zerglings, of course. There was no hope for this attack. The force field, though. I gotta admire that force field. Saving most of the Stalkers. Astrea not really caring about the sentries at this point in the match, which is fair, I suppose. I mean, Guardian Shield would always be helpful fighting Roach Ravager. The issue is having to manage them, control them, of course. Follow-ups now. After that initial engagement, we're getting charged. Zealots, looks like they're going to be for a run-by once they actually have their legs. Scarlett. I don't think we can call it an accidental swarm host if we're building 8. That's slightly less accidental, I think. For, you know, the level that we're at, the level we're currently thinking at, of course. So, swarm host, huh? Back in my day, making swarm host was a statement. You didn't mind sitting here for an hour and a half. They had to go single file because the creep tumor was building. Few of the Zealots, not yet with charge, will attempt to deal with some of these forces. A couple of run-bys, of course. The swarm hosts will reveal themselves, though. The locusts, their flying horrors, fill the sky, clouding the vision. They could just go for the Nexus. I think they might get it. Yeah, definitely get it in a skirmish engagement in the middle of the map here. Zealots and Stalkers. Zealots have found their legs at last, and we have a surround, a flank from the bottom. Blinking around will force the Lings into submission. The Roaches really should try to get out of here, but I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of hope. Between charge and blink, it's going to be tough, but the Protoss outnumbering this particular group need the Swarm Host really to help out. That's the issue with Swarm Host. Heavy army supply, but not a whole lot of active combat. Instead, they're going to do just a bit of harassment here. Could try to snipe down another Nexus, I'd wager. Oh, they're going to be found, too. The Nexus, absolutely toast. Will be destroyed. They even get the batteries and a couple cannons for their troubles. Roach Ravager trying to distract the Stalkers. The Zealots hot on the tail of the Swarm Host. They will all be picked off, it looks like. There's no Nidus. There's not even Burrow. No. Oh my gosh, we don't even have Burrow. No way to save these Swarm Hosts then. The Roach is going to try to get to them, but at this point it's just going to be to avenge them, not save them. Stalker still blinking around, middle of the map, trying to contest control. Replacement swarm hosts appear to be made, so Scarlett definitely happy with the choice, happy with the damage that they got done. Losing them to the Zealots, so that hurts. Swarm hosts, a bit of a commitment. Locusts were made just to deter the Stalkers. I guess so. An intriguing choice. Force the Stalkers into the middle of the map while more Roach Ravager is made. The Zealots will be dealt with. Looks like they should be shoot off from the bottom of the map here. Blinking around. How are upgrades doing? Everybody 2-2? Okay. Zerg at 2-0, but I think there's only one Evo chamber for Scarlett, so not a whole lot of potential to get everything all at once there. Dealing with all of these attacks too, spreading forces thin. The swarm hosts, I don't think they need to help out with this group actually. That's plenty of roaches. Instead, might be going again for the natural nexus. Zealots will be dealt with, I think, by those queens. Looks like the queens are going to have a bit of trouble, though. Battery overcharge already used, targeting onto the Nexus. Stalkers trying to help out. It's going to be close. They do get the Nexus barely. Skin of their locust teeth. Going to get that natural Nexus for the second time. 3 Nexus have been dealt with. Ugh. To the tune of 14 swarm hosts, though losing that first group was painful. Really could use a Nidus network to be helping this swarm host out. The creep is going to spot the Zealots incoming. Banelings on the way. Well, that'll definitely deal with the Zealots. A couple of Ravagers, just try to shoo them off. Gosh, I don't know. The decision to go swarm host but without the Nidus worms. Like, it's just kind of a game of trying to keep the swarm hosts safe at this point then. They're going to have to use their locust defensively, which is going to set them back a little bit there. Zealots, Stalkers, Disruptors, the next choice. I like the idea here. Astrea going to move into the Disruptor tech, start weaving in some splash damage. Roaches desperately trying to scuttle away. Astrea needs a distraction. Scarlett needs to get some of these locusts, and they're not. I don't think this is enough to actually take down the Nexus, but it is enough to maybe make the Protoss mad enough to send just 5 Zealots up to the top of the map here. Start to pick off the swarm host. The group on the bottom side, Disruptor connecting with a couple Ravagers, will be successful there. Reinforcement Lings and Roaches streaming across the map. I see them coming. Again, replacement swarm hosts on the way. Scarlett definitely liking the commitment to swarm hosts in this particular match. I would say it's been working decently well. We just need them to quit dying. Zealots trying to focus them down. They do get another one for their troubles. Is there a particular number I'd say that Scarlett's trying to keep them at? It seems to be just under 14. We've had 8, we had 11, now we'll be sitting at about 13, I think. Okay. The Banelings will be rolling in. This is a lot of Banes, actually. Alright. Groups will be made. Locusts will target the natural. The Banes will go for the mineral line on the 4th base here. The Nexus, absolutely trashed. The Banes. My gosh, they still get a lot of probes. That was a lot of Banelings to deal with. Natural will be destroyed. Locusts, some spare even, get to go after a gateway or two. Go for that pylon, shut that down. Zealot run by from Astrea here will be defended by a few roaches. And Zachariah here, the Zealot, ambitiously taking down the hatchery by himself. Finally, you guys showed up after I did all the heavy lifting. There you go. Alright. More Banes rolling in here, going for that 3rd base. Will they get it? Astrea. Gonna get a few of them. The split's looking decent. Oh gosh. I don't think that last one was a manual split. That was just from the attack, but it worked out very well. 24 probes have fallen, though, which is looking like it's going to force Astrea into an attack, into an engagement here. The Overlords, the true victims. One of the Archons splits off to go terrorize the Swarm host. In the top part of the map, they're Disruptors, connecting with both Roaches and Zealots alike. Not going for the Roach Warren, instead picking off the Evo Chamber. Okay. Everything is coming home, it looks like. All the Roaches and Ravagers trying to help out with the defense. The Archon's going to be caught on the wrong side of the Roach wall, as the Protoss is now occupying the main base. And as you know, there is a hive up here. That's a very unfortunate Swarm host. The Bane Nest will be picked off next. Not going for the hive just yet. The larva, everything morphing in, is going to be cancelled. Going for some Overlords. Okay. Disruptors trying to just keep the ramp safe. 30 drones have fallen and counting. Protoss still going to be occupying the main base, it looks like. Oh my gosh. The Roach Warren destroyed just as Scarlett gets supply back. Production. Starting up a lair at the base that is actually safe. The hive is destroyed. The main base is going to be completely cleaned out. Natchery, likewise, just leaving a couple extractors here. And Memorial for the fallen Zerg. Overlords gone. Recall initiated. You too. I don't know if it's a promotion or a demotion, but you're stuck here. Okay. Wow, that was a lot of damage. Yeah, that was a lot of losses for the Zerg. That's going to set Scarlett back quite a bit. There's 6 Swarm hosts still out on the map, so you can still get a bit of damage done here, but I'm not sure it's enough. They have +2 still, and no hope for +3. Is the focus going to be the Nexus overcharge? Oh, they're switching to the battery, actually, and the probe's going to get violent. Going to try and help out there. I don't think it's enough. No, not enough. Switching to the battery, not enough locust to actually be able to clean up the Nexus and the battery there. Roaches in peril. Yet again, Ravager just barely clipped there. Prism's on the way, so it would seem Astrea actually really just trying to focus on building army units. Perhaps trying to go for the throat, go for a kill move. With the Zerg falling a bit behind, losing the hive, losing the Roach Warren. There's not, I mean, there is a replacement Roach Warren, yes, but not really enough money. There's not enough gas. Blinking around, picking off some drones. The Swarm host, again, having to be used defensively. Never fun for Swarm host. Never fun for the Zerg player, but a really good sight for the Protoss, absolutely. You've made the Zerg off balance enough that they have to use the Swarm host defensively. That's a good feeling. You can start to take some wild expansions out on the map. Move some Archons into position here. There are a few Swarm hosts with their locusts ready. Also, Psystorm on the way. Same time as the Nidus network. I'm not sure either one of those is really going to come into play here. Disruptor shots go out, connecting with a few of the Ravagers. Looks like the Locust trying to pick off the Disruptors, though. Bile Wave goes out, picking off the ill-timed Observer movement. One of the Observers still alive, though. The Prism's going to get here, reinforcing Templar power. Overwhelming. Oh, yeah. No time to let them just sit and gather energy. It is go time. Archons will be merged, will be brought forth. Swarm host not ready for the defense. It's going to be just up to the Roach and the Ravager, and a beautiful Disruptor connection. Gonna take out a group of Ravagers. The army is depleted. GG going to be called. The Swarm host shenanigans, while I do like them very much, not going to be enough to win the day. The Protoss army shall triumph. GG, well earned. A beautiful game. Bit of a chaotic match. Thank you for the recommendation, you all. As always, thank you again for watching. I hope you have a great day.